Hello, I'd like to welcome back to Skyrim, where today we're following the boring tour of Boring Town, USA. Ooh, we can take a broom. I'm rich now, great. By the way, I've talked about that
Now I'll you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly.
I talked about that symbol under the bridge at Whiterun. That's actually a shadow
This bed
mark.
and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk.
So I talked about that mark. That's called a shadow mark. Man, I'm getting a lot of stuff for free for some reason. I can't say much more than that, really. It's shadow marks, and they mark locations that are safe, lootable, protected, whatnot. I mean, I could steal all the shit you means. There's even an upstairs in this place. Is there a roof? No, it just kind of... What is with those things?
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
I told you to close the door. Wouldn't want on it.
After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk.
I didn't try to talk. You're just being a selfish little... God, this is boring. Even the fun of squeezing magical little spheres is starting to lose its shine, you know. Are my nails attached to my fingers? They are. That's so god-awful
Tolfdir
looking.
is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know. Please don't bother the Archmage. If there are any problems, let me... There are no... Hopefully any discoveries made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. Well, Baralda can teach destruction spells, and Finnis is one of the best conjurers in all... Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration. One of the best... If you can find him and focus his attention. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along
Not really looking for spells right now. Actually, maybe a few destruction spells would do well.
Operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem...
Hey, it's Umbacano.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and rest. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
It has never done that to
Sir, I
me.
think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control...
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
No, don't listen to her. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then... Now, if you'll just stand right over there...
I'll pull out my ward then.
I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way.
This is a very glitchy
Cast
portion.
the ward spell. Hold still. Excellent work.
If you fail to cast it, this is a very glitchy portion. You want to make sure you can hold it for a while. If he doesn't cast it right or something, there's a lot of ways this can go wrong. So just don't do this unless you're certain. By the way, if any of the students die... What the... Okay, that's kind of strange.
I'd like you all to continue practicing.
You immediately get to the next quest.
You know, this is one of a very few places where...
See, automatically start the next... So that's something to remember.
Hold still. Excellent work.
Could also just hold up 1, by the way.
Well, I
That would...
think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime.
Perhaps we're
Several
ready to
with your
begin
talent.
exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken fascinating excavations in the ruins of Sapphire. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us in... That's all for now. Thank you.
Before you even ask, yes, I... Does that cover everything? No, I suppose we haven't.
Ooh!
Of hell. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Others returned home after the Red Year, when Vardenfell erupted and caused much destruction. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. What's left out there is a husk. I know I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him. But he clearly doesn't trust it. Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one... So far. If only... I just want to learn. I don't want to think about what's expected
New
of me.
here too, eh?
Until next
I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better. Not at all. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is... I know he's from the Thalmor, and that he claims to be here simply as an advisor. I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him, honestly. Not at all. My family was convinced coming here was...
I like how it
death
just...
Look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with... And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning.
You are new. Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jezargo. Oh yes, Jezargo hopes to find things that will make him a more hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they... There is much for Jezargo to...
I like this guy!
There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jezargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding secrets to bother to teach. Skyrim was not Jezargo's first choice, but Winterhold is removed from The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see.
I like this guy!
There's a bit of an oddity in Skyrim.
Oh, he says that typical thing.
Upon fondly here.
Anyway, seems like nobody's having any Radiant quests for us, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping to get a rating. Oh! Which one's the upstairs? No, that's the Archmage's quarters, so I think I want this one. There's a big old library upstairs that I want to visit. Most of this video has just been dedicated to that one quest, so I'm pissed. Wine. So there's an orc here who's like very prissy about his things. Book of the Dragonborn. There's so many books here. It's bound to be a... Oh, it's the Yellow Book of Riddles! I remember this book! Aw, so cute that they have this... Oh wait, I forgot. This game is all about copying Morrowind and why Morrowind was fun.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books. You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little disrupt my Arcanium. Now, do you require... If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure... Well, alright, here. I scribbled... Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ash. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research.
You have a very nice piece of bread.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time. As a matter of fact, immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and since then, his writings have been scattered all over. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track, please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right?
Oh, it's the Argonian account. Let's see if I can remember. Let's see if okay, the Wolf Queen. The Wolf Queen is like everyone knows that because it's such a memorable one. Dance and Fire. Remember that one? I don't know these because these are all about way age 1 and all such that stuff.
All right then.
You know, they say you can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. There may be a matter. The various points of focus for magic energies around the very well. Go to each, return the gloves. Please exercise caution. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Oh my. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. They can turn the tide. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
This guy's very quick to go, so, you wish to master? Oh my. Oh man, you only saw the crappy stuff? And you got the Adepthood, but really? Just the Adepthood? There's better stuff in the sea. We got Calm, Clairvoyance, Courage, Fury. I don't think I really care about, actually. Yeah, I got nothing too. I got Boots. I got Robes, but I don't know.
Farewell.
I think I can safely store things in my room, so let's go over there and dump some stuff that I don't want to lose, but that I do want to have! I'll go do... Okie dokie, that should take a few pounds off my back.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's
So a quick thing, these gauntlets actually give you... Where's my magic not going down? So these gauntlets actually give you some magic of regeneration. Oh look, it's probably that's doing that. Yeah, it's just fortify magic of charity, save is high. Yeah, that's what this. These gloves specifically actually enhance your abilities a bit. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is do. See, these wards are apparent. Okay, let's actually try some fire rules. I don't have enough magicka. Okay, that's great. That's just. This is strange. Oh, it's a Grand Soul Gem. What would the last one be at? Who keeps opening that door? And why does he think it's a good idea to keep opening it up? Might actually be that pool that's all the way over there. I'll go figure that out in my own time. Maybe we'll come across it at some point. I don't know. Or it might be underneath. I heard there's a whole bunch of stuff under the college, too. There's something under somewhere. Let's take a look at my journal. We have this fancy quest, we have this fancy quest. Cleanse the focal points. Wait, does it tell me where it is, then? Might have found it. To who? Okay. We'll go and visit Mr. Sir. And then we'll go somewhere else. We could join the Thieves Guild. It'd be nice to see Riften. Too bad you can't look at the icon and see which quests you're actually solving it by going here, but I guess we're right. She's right over here.
You know, they say no. Yes, they have. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.
God, I got free soul gems, not complaining.
If you require us, if you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy as any other type of magic. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it. Not within society, no. Many who practice within. Thalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the spells and incantations for those with the...
I like how he switched to that option for no particular reason. I need to start using the arrow keys because I've been noticing that it is near impossible to do anything else. Battle Axe would be nice. But no. I already have Soul Trap. I'm actually looking to fill my current soul gems a bit.
So you
No!
master the arcane arts. There are few places. He didn't like the Archmage. Hated dealing with... Thalion said he hated what this place was becoming. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. All right then.
I hate how this conversation takes place real time. It's an annoying mechanic because it means that characters can just leave in the middle of a conversation that you're trying to talk to. But let's look for something interesting. Something to do for once. No. Oh, let's look for that woman that teaches destruction. I'll look for her, and then we'll buy some spells.
Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always... Certainly. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot, and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of... Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
I figured, because everyone keeps telling me that. Got Fire Rune, Firebolt, Flames, Flash... I think I have most of these anyway. I don't even have that much money, so I don't really want to make any dumb purchases for time being. I also have something, a bounty? What is that even about? That's neat. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the Silent Moon camp at some point. Anyway, I need to find the guy who does alteration.
You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study? Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some... It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the Well, no, not but I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not... Spells and incantations for those with a talent to cast them.
Everyone keeps saying that, and they say it with such a snark in their voice that it's just difficult to accept anything. Increase armor rating, no care. Miss... I'm looking for good alteration spells, particularly the detect life ones would be nice. I'm gonna go and do some alchemy. I'll see you guys when I find that person.
I have
Who is this guy?
But we have not spoken. Sir, I am Savos Arin. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of... But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments. Are we clear? Not often. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second... Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. Not all. Some we also must make an effort to
Fine,
avoid...
let's go with this.
Not
No!
often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying
Oh,
to
this is
avoid
so annoying!
Yes.
This interface is so poorly optimized!
The Great Collapse. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold. Not.
No! I do not want to ask this question!
No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption... I know there are some who have blamed the college. Said that we were responsible. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous wave. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. The college survived. Purpose. Magic is a true power, not some... It shapes world. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us.
Much. But they don't seem to mind. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can... No. I have enough to keep me busy. There's more enchanting to be done. All right, here's the name and location of the client.
Neat, another quest. But I'm looking for the guy that teaches bloody alteration.
Just laid back at purposely killing your fellow college members. As for research, if you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that. Meet me in my quarters.
Ho! Ho!
Don't care what she told. For older, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her.
Don't trust. Most here are up to something, of course. I haven't He is rather...
My problem with her, she's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, but she is not going to get... She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt
Jeez, this place is full of conversation trees.
Reward. Illusion, really, is the least appreciated of the schools of magic.
You're floating in midair, man. You're not using that chair properly. Seriously, where the heck is this guy? Apparently I gained a level up. How nice. Apparently this guy moved over to that ruin he was talking about. So you have to go all the way over there. So I decided to do that off screen. A strange tower. There's some sort of mechanic inside. Someone obviously tried to dig this whole thing out. There's a lever on the side or something? Honestly, this mechanic intrigues me. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe it's part of some quest. We'll know eventually. Anything interesting in this game is typically part of a quest line or something. No, 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 no. Oh, god damn it. It's so precise. So, someone went out on an expedition. Which, as one can obviously see, blew up right in their faces. Ho! This will be for another time, I think. God damn, that's a very fancy dog. Oh, I don't have healing hands, that's sorry. Sorry, Mr. Dog! Oh! He's my pet now. Oh, I got a doggy dog! But where would he go? Where the hell are you going? Well, wherever you're going, have a blast, I guess. Oh, it doesn't work no more. What is that? Random flying book. But I want this doggy dog to follow me. He's so cute. You alright? He's such a cutie. He might need a flea bath, though. Hee hee hee. Got a nice amulet of arcane, wow. I also just noticed that I went too far. A little too far. Sorry, but it's just the perspective and all, and the fact that I don't know where a quest mark is supposed to go. Makes it very difficult to navigate anywhere. I'd like to make a note. Most annoying old man to find ever. This guy was a hassle and 2.5 to find. At least I met that cute stray dog. That's something to talk about.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fun. Take a look.
I like how he's carrying his wares with him this far into the world. What a man! What a man! What's apprentice robes, which give 50%? That's all you have, really? I was hoping for some detect life, but that's the way we float around here.
Anything at all. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a... We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather... All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but
This is
it's always
exciting,
better to
isn't
be
it?
cautious.
This is better than sitting around. Why? Clearly, you've never spent any time in Mordor.
I have, and I know that things are very dead there. You have ancestral tombs. So we're gonna do this, and then probably gonna... Or I'm gonna go to the Silent Moons, I don't know. What I'm gonna do is the fact that this episode was incredibly boring. I'm very urged to just put it all on double speed and make that an episode. God, it was boring. For some reason, I'm not using my magicka properly. Probably a glitch. It'll fix itself, won't it?